In Ontario, Canada, an unholy cult once thrived, hidden from the modern world. This is the story of the Anthill Kids and their maniacal leader, Roch Thériault. Roch Thériault was born in 1947 in Saguenay, Quebec. He alleges that his father abused him, though no evidence of this has been uncovered. The family was devoutly Catholic, which led young Thériault to develop a deep hatred towards Christianity. By the 1970s, he claimed to have a direct connection to God. Thériault's magnetic personality and persuasive words drew people into his cult, where he preached a twisted version of Christianity mixed with his delusions. In 1977, Thériault founded the Anthill Kids Commune. Under Thériault's commanding leadership, his followers started preparing for the imminent apocalypse, which they believed would happen in February 1979. Although he restricted their contact with the outside world, they sold handmade crafts and baked goods to support their new lifestyle. Thériault declared that all the women in the commune were his wives and should bear his children. As a result, he had 8 wives and fathered a total of 23 children within the group. However, polygamy was just the beginning. The name of the cult was derived from the members' industrious work ethic, similar to that of ants. His followers, seeking spiritual guidance and community, were subjected to a life of hard labor and severe living conditions. He imposed dire punishments for minor disobediences, often putting the blame on the divine for his actions. Members went through humiliating and dangerous punishments, including being hit with hammers, having their teeth pulled out, and being forced to break their own legs. Roch had this terrifying ability to make you believe that his punishments were necessary for your salvation. His followers at first were brainwashed to think that he was a messiah. Thériault used an amalgamation of fear, manipulation, and charisma to maintain control over his followers. This power he had over his followers soon corrupted him, leading him to impose his twisted will upon them. Thériault's cruelty knew no bounds. He performed crude surgeries on his followers, often without any medical knowledge or proper tools. One woman had her arm amputated, while others were subjected to unthinkable tortures that left them permanently scarred, both physically and mentally. These abuses soon extended to children. The twisted cult leader didn't even spare his own kids. The kids had to endure sexual assault, having rocks thrown at them while nailed to a tree and even burning. And whenever one of the followers attempted to leave, they had their wits beaten out of them, with belts or sometimes with axes. In 1989, Roch Thériault's Anthill Kids drew its last breath. It happened when one of his wives, Solange Boilard, was killed by Roch's failed surgery and subsequent resurrection attempt. The poor lady was crying of abdominal pain, but unfortunately, it reached the ears of the supreme leader, who naturally took matters into his own hands, and that too quite literally. Thériault undressed his wife and punched her in the stomach continuously. Regrettably, he was just getting started. He then took a tube, shoved it up her rectum, and filled it with olive oil. As if that was not enough, he laid her down, cut her stomach open, and instructed one of his followers to collect some of the intestines. Maybe he thought the intestines were causing all the problems. He then stitched her up as best he could. Naturally, after enduring all these abuses, she was no more. Then came his failed resurrection attempt. He drilled a hole in the woman's head. The sick-minded leader then ordered the other male followers to ejaculate into the hole in her head. To no one's surprise, this did not resurrect her. When nothing was working, he decided to use her as a necklace. Roch removed her ribs one by one and wore the bone around his neck. After this horrifying incident, one of the members was really motivated to escape, and so they did. The police soon learned about this satanic cult and decided to intervene. the police raided the commune, rescuing the remaining members and arresting Thériault. In 1993, he was sentenced to life in prison for his heinous crimes. The survivors of the Anthill Kids have spent years recovering from their traumatic experiences. The story of the Anthill Kids serves as a grim reminder of the dangers posed by charismatic leaders who exploit their followers' faith and trust for their own perverse ends.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to get more content like this.